and welcome back to Multi Podcast. I'm Erin,
I'm Jess.
and today we're going to be discussing two of, honestly, the most probably infamous rivalries that have happened in the past maybe 20 years
No,
in
yeah.
Formula One.
Yeah.
So we will be going through Multi 2-1, our little podcast name, and get the tissues out, lads. We're getting Brocedes done today.
We are. We're doing 2 in 1. It's a double whammy for all of you.
It's a double whammy today, also because we filmed this before and the Brocedes one came out like 20 minutes long. So
Yes, where we've filmed them both before, and they were like 15 to 20 minutes, and we were like, we cannot upload that as an episode. Like the 20 minutes was made up of 10 minutes of us just talking about random stuff at the end.
Yeah, it was just waffling. So you know what? Let's get into this. I'll take a hold of Multi 2-1 because I actually got the notes up for this before, and then I lost them and I forgot everything. So I had to get a little help on this. So we're gonna jump in straight to the build-up, which started actually 2007. Which a lot of people don't realize. This started in 2007 when Seb was I think it was BMW Sauber or Toro Rosso, one of the two. And it started when Seb, being the little menace he is, decided to crash into Mark Webber. I didn't decide, you know what I mean? But crash into Mark Webber nonetheless, right? And Vettel immediately showed his skill in China, right? I want y'all to bear that in mind. This man was already cooking, right? We're in 2009 now. This cunt was serving, right? And Vettel immediately, yeah. By the season's end, Vettel was already second in the championship, with Mark being fourth. Now, bear in mind, Mark was already at the team when it was Jaguar still, so he's an OG here. He knows his way around it. But despite a few on-track battles in 2009, it was relatively peaceful, with them both just kind of doing their own thing, fighting for the championship, working for the constructors. Until, lads, we get to the 2010 Turkish Grand Prix. Red Bull had become the fastest car on the grid at this point, and both drivers were in title contention. Now, in Turkey 2010, Webber was leading the race with Vettel in second. Red Bull wanted Webber to conserve fuel while Vettel was allowed to keep going and push on. On lap 40, Vettel attempted to overtake Webber, but there was contact, sending Vettel into retirement, which, by the way, is where we get the infamous quote of, what a stupid action, what are we doing here? I'm going home.
What the f*** are we doing here? What a stupid action! I'm going home. You.
But Red Bull's management, including Helmut Marko, had blamed Mark for this, which I think is insane, but kind of justified. The team insisted that both drivers were free to race, but it was clear that Vettel had more importance from the inside and was more supported. And now we get to the 2010 Silverstone Grand Prix. So by mid-2010, Red Bull's favouritism towards Vettel was more and more apparent. Like, it was so visible at this point. Every driver could see it, every team principal, even the fans could see this. Seb was the golden boy, could do no wrong, whereas Webber was the scapegoat for every incident, right? We get to Silverstone. Red Bull had introduced a new front wing, which both drivers were using. After Vettel broke his front wing, Red Bull had taken Webber's and gave it to Seb. Mark was justifiably raging, which, you know what, I would be as well if I had given so much loyalty to a team just for them to just have this blonde German twink appear and suddenly, like, he's the golden child, he can do no wrong, right? Sorry, that was really mean. I love Seb so much, but that was so mean for
That
me.
was so rough.
But we got another famous. See the amount of famous radio messages that came out of this that I quote on a daily basis. Insane.
No, literally, yeah, same.
So after winning, well, crossing the finish line, I wouldn't say winning, but yeah, Weber decides to be the sassy man, started the sassy man apocalypse by turning round to the radio and going, "Not bad for a number 2 driver." Which, you know what? So justified on his behalf. I would hit a rager as well. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if I was him, I would be hitting such a rager all the time.
Same.
So, we are now. Vettel's already won his first championship, being the youngest world F1 champion, and Webber finishing third. We now get into 2011 and 2012. Vettel dominating everything, being the sassy man that he is, being the absolute menace he is, and Mark getting a bit raging, which justified, right? Actually, before we even get into this, I would like to jump in and say that around this time was when the infamous dinner with friends photo came about. That whole incident is my Roman Empire. I think about just that specific image all the time.
No, yes.
Such a brilliant incident. But anyway, we get to 2011. Vettel's total control. Vettel had won 11 races out of the entire season, right? Including the second world title, justified, right? Webber, despite having the same car and only winning once in Brazil, finished third. Their relationship as teammates and as a duo was pretty tense, is the nicest way I can put that, right? The season was more competitive, with Webber winning Monaco and Silverstone, with Vettel winning 4 consecutive races in the late season to get his third world title, right? So he's already up at 3 world titles. Mark's currently at none, which can justify a bit of pettiness, in my opinion.
I get it.
So justified.
Yeah.
Okay, but now we're at Malaysia 2013.
Oh.
Chaos ensues. This was deemed quite controversial, but it really wasn't. But I would like to give out a context on this. So at this time, team orders were banned, right? Team orders had been banned from 2003 to, I think, around 2014, right? So team orders, not allowed. Not allowed at this point, right? So they had to work, all teams had to work their way around it, seeing Fernando's infamous "Fernando was faster than you," right? Bear that in mind. So, Webber was currently in the lead of the Malaysian Grand Prix, with Vettel second, right behind him, second. In the closing laps, Red Bull issued Multi 21. The order meaning that car number 2, Mark, should finish ahead of car 1, right? Car 1 being Seb. Vettel ignored the order, aggressively passing Mark and winning the race. Post-race, we get the most iconic clip of Mark Webber in that cool-down room, staring Seb down and going, "Multi 21, Seb, Multi 21." Which, by the way, if we're going to get sassy, if I'm ever in a Sassy Man Apocalypse Championship and my opponent is Mark Webber or 2013 Seb, I'm losing.
Nah, yeah, about it.
We're done. We're done, right? Tap it out before it even starts.
Literally.
Right? In an interview after the race, Vettel turns around and says, "I was faster. He didn't deserve to win. I don't apologise for winning."
Oh, I love that interview. That interview is so iconic.
Right. Mark being nothing but a great teammate, I would say a doormat, but we move, right? Being nothing but a great teammate, moving on, constantly dealing with this, understandably felt quite betrayed. I would be raging if my teammate done that. Right?
Yeah.
And it seems their relationship hadn't recovered, right? So, after 2013, Mark had retired from Formula One and moved on to endurance. I think it was endurance he went into. Don't quote me on that. right? Something with Porsche anyway. It was endurance. It was endurance with Porsche and he became a Porsche ambassador, right? But the big question is, why did Mark actually leave? Because he never gave much reasoning to the public that we know of. But what has been told in both interviews and Mark's own book, Was It Grit? He felt alienated by Red Bull. He had a poor relationship with Helmut Marko, and he believed Vettel had too much internal support from the team for him to be a part of it.
Oh, bless Mark, man. Honestly.
Mark then moved to endurance racing with Porsche, while Vettel stayed with the team until 2014 before moving to Ferrari. So, post Multi 2-1, they're besties again. They're besties again, somehow.
Magically, man, honestly.
Magically.
More...
Over the years... Oh, shit. Over the years, they reconciled the differences. Webber later admitted that his frustration wasn't purely with Vettel, but with Red Bull's favouritism. Vettel, post-retirement, openly praised Webber, saying he was a tough but fair competitor. Both of which have shared light-hearted moments about their past battles. I just know they will text each other Multi 2-1 to piss each other off all the time. Just to freak each other out.
That's so real. That's exactly what I would do.
They're good now. They still have jokes. Once Mark had retired and started working as a pundit on Channel 4, they became quite close again, obviously sharing jokes and saying it was at Ferrari, and him doing the showies with Daniel and Nico on, I think it was Monaco's podium. I could be wrong. I don't remember, but yeah. That is the wonders of Multi 21.
Yeah.
Finally, sorry guys, it's half past 8, guys. I'm ready. I forgot to take a nap. I'm tired.
So me and Amy will do Brocedes for you, right? Because Amy needs to contribute.
Yeah, I was a bit.
Sorry, Amy.
So I can
During
do.
mid-episode.
I think I go up to F1 and then you can go into the F1 career. How's that sound?
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
We split it in half. Oh, I'm delirious. Okay. Jesus Christ, those words.
Sorry guys, it's been a rough day, man. This is some hell of a clip, by the way. We are so delirious right now, lads. We are going through it at the moment.
Wait, okay, I don't want to put my glasses on.
No, Jess, put your glasses on.
No, because my headphones are on.
This fucking girl, man.
Okay, anyways. Now that we've done Multi 2-1, we move on to the other famous rivalry, which is very well known by everyone. New fan, old fan, and it's Brocedes, okay?
Sorry guys, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish just started playing right as Brocedes was mentioned.
Oh,
and I feel like that's a sign right now.
Jesus Christ, okay. Now, Brocedes, let's backtrack quite a lot, right? Let's go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh all the way back. Sorry, I'm so delirious. You're just gonna have to deal with it. We're back in 2000, okay? When Nico and Lewis were 15. Imagine being 15 in 2000. Anyways, sorry.
Are you calling them old?
I'm losing my mind. Okay. They were karting teammates. Mercedes-Benz McLaren in Formula A, right? Boom shakalaka. I'm gonna kill myself.
That's a good thing George Russell would say.
George Russell quote. Jess has been possessed by George Russell, guys. She's gonna start hitting the toys on camera in a second.
Yeah, hold on. No, okay.
Jess, don't.
No, I'm not. I'm in my pajamas. I'm not doing that. Anyways, Oh my god. The words are moving. Okay. They would often
Put your
share
specs on.
No. They would often share hotel rooms, in which was described as scene of many wrestling matches between them. Now, boys will be boys. And then their carton boss, Dino Chiesa, however you say it, okay? I don't know. Don't come at me.
We're not good at pronunciation, guys. We're so
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm sure we've all established this by now. Right? Like, okay. By the words of the carton boss, many times I was called by reception about some problem in the room. It might be noise, or they might have broken something. They would never sleep, so they were always tired the next morning. They both liked ice cream so much, particularly vanilla. During the night, they wanted to eat ice cream always, so I had to go out everywhere to find some and keep them happy. Imagine.
That's so cute, though.
It is. Lewis would also often persuade Nico to buy him sweets. Fair play.
So valid, though.
They also both used to be really competitive and have competitions over literally everything. Lewis once said, we also had great competitions, whether on racetrack or computer games or playing football. Probably the first bit of competition we had was when Nico used to ride a unicycle everywhere. So I thought, I've got to learn how to ride this unicycle. I've got to be better than him. I spent all my time outside the go-kart learning to ride a unicycle. Now, apparently it only took Lewis
Sorry, right, but like,
2 hours.
my main thing here, why the hell was Nico cutting about with a unicycle? Right?
That's madness.
Nico, why?
Literally, right? But yeah, it took him apparently 2 hours to teach himself how to.
The goat behaviour, man.
Real. And then around 2013, Lewis reflected with, I've never laughed so much than when we were racing together. Nico was kicking everyone's butts at the time. We had so many great races together and built a great friendship. No, great relationship, sorry. My bad. We all were arriving and enjoying go-karts and eating pizza every weekend, fighting all the time and just having fun. Whereas now it's all business. Many times they would talk about what they would do when they got to Formula 1. Made plans, hoping to be teammates, become world champions. You know, the whole shebang, really. What you do as a kid, you basically just dream. You sit with your friend and you go, now imagine if we, you know. Me, Amy, and Aaron do it all the time.
Oh yeah, we talk
what
about
we say
we
will
talk about
happen.
running away to Monaco all the time.
Yeah, it will
Yeah,
happen.
manifesting,
Though.
man.
Like it's yeah, it's like them. They did what they got, what they were wishing. We're also gonna get that. Nico would say when I'm in Formula 1, and for me it was always if I ever get to Formula 1, because obviously Nico's dad was a Formula 1 driver. He knew he was gonna make it. Is what Lewis said. Now I'll hand you off to Amy for the Formula 1 section, so I can go back to colouring. Enjoy.
Yep, I'll take over. I apologize about my voice. I'm very unwell, but we move. It doesn't sound as bad as it was earlier. So, this is when everything in F1 starts, because Nico joined F1 in 2006 with Williams, and then Lewis in 2007 joined with McLaren. That's just... guys, I'm so happy that they got to be in F1 together, because it just shows what they dreamed of. They actually achieved it. Oh my god,
Amy, stop
Amy.
it. I'm crying. Like, please don't.
I know you are. I know
I'm
you
in the
are.
middle of looking up a Brocedes playlist for the fucking social media. Doing all.
Oh my god.
I know. So
There's literally a playlist on Spotify titled "Crying Over Brocedes at 3 a.m." I
That
hope
is
this
so
little German
real.
girl is okay.
No, literally.
honestly,
Oh my.
so we got to 2008 in Australia, and Nico gets his first podium. Lewis is obviously there because he won, and they're jumping around in the cool down room. They're like two little kids celebrating what they had literally just been dreaming about together, and then living it together. That's just amazing to me.
We've all saw the clip as well. Like,
We've all seen the clip.
We all
If
saw
y'all
the
have, if y'all get Brocedes fan edits, y'all know exactly what clip we're talking about.
and it's so cute.
No, 2013. They become teammates at Mercedes. Sorry, my voice just broke. I don't know if it's because I'm getting emotional here or because I'm ill.
Right, push through.
Pushing through. Nico said, every other day there are moments or things that pop up and I can smirk and think, that is exactly the same as it was 15 years ago.
Start crying.
Me too. 2014 in Bahrain. They were fighting for the win and then had a collision, which technically prompted a mock fight in Parc Fermé after the race. Nico won because he had used engine mods. No, not mods. Well, fuck that one. Okay, let me read. Yeah. Okay. What does that say? Modes?
Mods.
Yeah.
Modes. There we go. Okay. Restart. Nico won because he had used an engine mod banned by Mercedes to get a power advantage in the closing laps, which Lewis didn't like. So, for the 2014 Spanish Grand Prix, they were fighting until the very last moment. Lewis defended using the same banned engine modes Nico had used in Bahrain.
That's so petty.
We
I
love
love
a
it.
petty king.
Honestly, go for it, Lewis. 2014 Monaco is the end of Q3. Both of them are on outlaps. Nico's ahead of Lewis, and Nico's already got provisional pole, but Lewis is really close. Nico then suddenly just parks his car. A yellow flag comes out, which forces Lewis to abort a lap. That was
That's a new level.
of the making of him getting pole.
New level of petty. I aspire to be as much of a petty king as Nico Rosberg. I love
Honestly.
Oh.
Lewis was convinced that it was intentional, and he claimed that the Merck's data proved it.
it.
So
Just I have it printed out. That is how I imagine Lewis in that board meeting.
No, that's so real, yeah. He's like, it's on the data. The
I
data
have it
showed
printed out, Nico.
listen, if the data says it, then the data says it.
That is true.
That's real.
And then Lewis tells literally everyone on an interview that they are not friends.
Did you just stab me?
I hate that interview clip. It enrages me.
Breaks my soul in half, man.
Literally.
Honestly. And in 2014 Hungary, Lewis has an engine failure in quali. So he has to start from the pit lane. He does, however, climb his way up because there was a safety car, which put him ahead of Nico, who started on pole. Nico asked Lewis to let him pass. Lewis refuses. Mercedes strongly suggested that this messed up Nico's race. Niki Lauda disagreed and then sided with Lewis.
I'm with Nicky on that one. I don't care. Safety car brought out, fair game.
No, it's so
If the safety car
I
brought out, it's fair
remember
game.
I remember this moment. So basically, Nico wanted to pass Lewis to go into the pits. So he would pass Lewis to go into the pits first, so Lewis could keep driving and it wouldn't have affected Lewis's race or whatever. But yeah, that is the context behind that, I'm pretty sure. That's all I had to say.
Thank you, Jess, saving me here.
Yeah.
2014 Belgium. So it's the second lap, and Nico causes hold up. Yeah, that says causes. Hold on. Let me restart that line. Jeez. Okay. 2014 Belgium. It's the second lap, and Nico causes contact, giving Hamilton a puncture, and then that knocks him out of the race. That started a lot of controversy, but it turns out the crash was actually intentional, not backing out of the corner to prove a point. Nico placed second and was punished. Well, accordingly.
That's so petty. I'm so here for it. So petty, I'm here for it.
Real.
Right, okay. 2014, Abu Dhabi. Nico went to the cool down. No, Nico went to the cool down. Fucking hell, why can't I see these words?
Doing great, babe.
You've got this.
Okay,
Baby.
restarting. Reading is so hard for me, guys. Okay. 2014, Abu Dhabi. Nico went to the cool down room to congratulate Lewis. So, are they back friends? Are they friends? Are they not friends? What's going on? 2015 China. Nico is in P2 of a 1-2, but claims Lewis kept backing him up into Seb. So, that was messy. Lewis said, "It's not my job to look after Nico's race. It's my job to manage the car and bring the car home as healthy and as fast as possible. And that's what I did." Big sigh. 2016, allegedly, keyword allegedly, Nico gave up everything, sleeping in bed with his wife, taking care of his kids, instead spending every moment trying to get in Lewis's head. They stopped speaking.
Get the tissues out, guys. We're getting to this point now.
Yeah,
Get the
yeah.
tissues out, girlies.
Tissues out, people.
2016 in Spain. Lewis lost control on the grass and spins into Nico, taking them both out on the first lap. I can just tell you now that probably didn't go well after that race. The
I can
conversation.
imagine. The team meeting afterwards must have been insanity, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
literally. I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
Oh, would be brilliant. If only we had time machines, guys.
Literally, we'd
If
go back
only.
for you guys. We'd go back. Don't worry.
I'm gonna put that up. Give me a sec. Oh. Okay. 2016 Austria. There's a collision. Lewis goes to win the race. Nico drops from P1 to P4, and then they both blamed each other. The stewards blamed Nico for the incident. He got 2 penalty points for failing to allow racing room and causing a collision.
Damn.
2016.
Nico's
Abu Dhabi.
won world championship. Let's go.
No.
Lewis. Oh, Lewis. Lewis ignored team orders and he backed up into Nico. No, yeah,
Typical.
hold up. I read it wrong. I'm gonna tell you guys what but don't include this. When it said backing Nico up, I thought he meant.
Oh, for goodness sake, Amy.
Amy, you're editing that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it, so that when I listen to it, I know what's coming and I know how to edit it.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm gonna start that. No, none of those thoughts. Okay. 2016 Abu Dhabi. Lewis ignored team orders, backing Nico up into the pack, hoping that they overtake him. Nico wins the championship. I love Nico.
My God.
Love him for that.
For real.
I love Nico so much.
Nico then announces retirement at the FIA Awards.
He does indeed.
Lewis said, "This is the first time he has won in 18 years, hence why it was not a surprise that he decided to stop. But he's also got a family to focus on and probably wants to have more children. Formula One takes up a lot of your time."
And there we have it. Most
There you go,
in
guys.
the
That is
public knowledge.
your.
But I would like to drop in some fun facts before we end, right?
On you go.
Even though it's not public that they still speak, we don't know the ins and outs of if they've prepared it or not. But what we do know is that Lewis Hamilton does send Nico Rosberg's daughters Christmas and birthday presents every single year, which I think is the cutest
That
thing
is
ever.
so cute. Like, literally, that's my favourite bit of Brocedes lore, genuinely. Like, I love it.
And then there's obviously, I think it was 2017, 2018, where Lewis gets asked, are you a better driver now than you were in 2016?
Oh.
And Lewis goes, yeah, and a better teammate. And it cuts to Nico staring at the screen, and Jensen just looks over at him like, dog, are you okay?
Yeah, no, that's a wild clip, by the way. Like, genuinely.
And then there's obviously the clip of Crofty when Nico Rosberg is in the commentating box with him, and we get the infamous quote that I still use to this day whenever I'm writing. Friends, teammates, childhood buddies, rivals, everything but a lover.
I did a whole college script on that, by the way. Whole college script,
Crofty,
guys.
did you just stab me?
Enough likes and I'll drop the college script.
Likes in the podcast and genuinely just drop the college script.
I'll drop it. I promise.
You sound like Tommy in it there.
Tommy in it, F1 fan, get him in here. No, do you know if we're gonna have someone from UK YouTube come on the podcast, do you know who it should be? Willany or Italian Batch?
I think Willany because it matches a theme more.
Yeah, but if you look at Batch's setup in the background, he's got like he's a big Mercedes fan. He's got like the Mercedes posters, the Monaco and stuff. He's a big F1 fan. So Arthur TV, I would love to get Arthur TV's perspective in Abu Dhabi 2021.
Oh no, yeah, I think
that would be brilliant.
That would be iconic.
Also, while we're still here, I would just like to talk about the fact that the Formula 1 movie trailer has dropped.
Oh my god, it actually has. It's interesting to say the least.
Guys, we are so cooked. Lewis, get your name off of that production title and change it to XNDA. If we cannot get an album out of you, we're getting a movie. Like, please.
Can I just say, guys, like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, like, seeing that shot, like, filmed where he faints and stuff, you're like, right.
And it's not even just that. Right, like you listen to the opening of the trailer, and it's talking about how Aston Martin has speed on the straights. When the hell was Aston Martin's last podium, and why was it a third place?
No, literally.
Like, come on, we're so cooked for this, guys.
So cooked.
But you will get a review when it comes out. Don't worry. You'll get a review from us.
You will, because
my letterbox is gonna have
we'll all be going to see it anyway. So.
My letterbox review. Amy, what the fuck?
Amy.
Okay.
Okay, Amy.
Yes, please stop recording.